Today, I'm talking to my generous people, the people who's always giving of their time, their talents, their patience. You have hidden struggles that you avoid, and today we're going to talk about it. Right. So, my generous people, what is the hidden struggle that I'm talking about? The hidden struggle is this, and you know it. You are a phenomenal giver, but you're a poor receiver. Yes, you have spent your entire life standing in the line to be generous, that it is extremely difficult for you to be still long enough in order to receive. And here's the reality. Receiving is your birthright. You can't always be in line to give, right? Because as God see you bless and he see you serve and he see you take, he says, now get in line, be still. Now I'm finna send people to you. This is why it's hard. This is why you got to deal with that, because in the same way where you are ready to stand in the flow and you're super charged up to serve people, to give service, to give value, it works the same way. I look at generosity like a wind going through trees. When that wind comes through and it touches every tree, but the tree has to be still, and that breeze is going to shake the leaves of each tree. But see, a lot of times generous people, and I know because I'm a giver as well, but generous people, we want to give, but it is extremely uncomfortable for us to be in a position to receive. And you have to deal with that. You got to look at that and say, okay, wait, why is this so? Do I feel unworthy of receiving? Right? So that's why you stay in the position of giving, right? Do I feel like I don't want to come off as needy? Right? If those are your mindsets, if those have ever crossed your thought patterns of where I can never ask for help, here's what you have to understand. And I had to wrestle with this too. So you're not God. You're not God. You are not God. That's humbling, but it's also freeing, because we were never called to carry God's responsibilities. All I know is tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. the sun's going to rise. God don't got me on payroll to help with that. All I know is around 8, where I'm at, the sun's going to set. I'm not pulling no logistics. I don't got no controller to help God or assist God with any of his godly duties, right? That is humbling, but it's also freeing. So you need to be aware enough to say, hey, the same God that I serve through my generosity wants to bless me because I am generous. So you can't get in the way of God wanting to bless you because it's uncomfortable. That's just the way that life works, right? So all of my generous people, I need you in this season, today, in this moment. I need you to be still long enough to receive, because there are people who want to bless you. There are people who want to tell you how valuable you are. There are people who actually see you for you. But because you are a poor receiver, you go out into the world and this isn't a bad thing, but when it's time for you to receive, it is a bad thing. They're the generous people who go out into the world and they only see needs, when there are other people who see your needs and they want to serve you. So if you struggle with receiving, here's the one thing that I want you to think about. The same passion that you have to give and be generous, when you are a poor receiver, you rob people of that opportunity to be valuable to you, to be generous to you. So 2 takeaways from this video. 1, the humbling but the freeing one. You're not God, right? So serve, give, but also be aware enough that people want to serve and give to you too, right? So you got that one. But then secondly, if you struggle with the idea of receiving and being still long enough to receive, remember this. When we are poor receivers, we rob other people of their generosity. We don't know what the next chapter looks like. We don't know how high God wants to take it. We don't know how far God wants to take it. So we have to become better receivers, because even though life can be hard, God has already ordained things to smoothen out that path for you. But you got to be in position to receive it. Look, send this video to somebody who needs it. I am praying for your new normal. I'm praying for your higher ground. I'm praying for the things that's already on the way to you. And I'm praying for open hands for you to be still long enough to receive it. As always, thank you guys for joining me on this video. And until next time, peace.